Hello, everyone. It's lovely to have you here. We're not that many, but I think we're going to start right away. I'm just trying to admit a few more people. Okay. So I'm sure all of us are here to find the link. Most of you know me, and I think I'll just cut right to the chase straight away. If you hear some brief pauses, it's probably because I'm admitting people and it's a bit of a learning curve as well. Okay. So thank you for joining. Thank you for letting me into your space and into your houses and into your minds. Maybe by the time we're through, into your hearts. And I will just start sharing my screen right now as we get ready to find the link. So I have a couple of PowerPoint slides to share. We'll just start going right through them. So my name is Temitope Praisingchild, and the vision is to equip people, to inspire, to empower. And when that is done, hopefully we will all be giving back with a lot of gratitude as well. So think a feast, think a table full of all kinds of food, Nigerian jollof rice, donuts, meat pies, all kinds of things. And think that feast is covered by a white sheet, but it's only when you lift the sheet you realize how much is underneath that sheet and how much the things you love are underneath that sheet. And there's so much to discover. There's so much to eat. There's so much to do on that table. And you come there hungry. I think you would get a lot of benefit from being at that table. However, there might be people passing by. They might not even be hungry. But you might not be hungry, but someone you know might be hungry. And then you might decide, oh, I want to take this for my auntie. Oh, she loves this. She loves that. So this meeting is the unveiling of that feast, the removal of that sheet. So that's what this is about. If I also think about a piece of iron, we might all have kitchen knives and at some point have had to sharpen them with another iron. And I think of relationships with some of my friends in which just speaking to them inspires me. We're just having a chat and then I become poetic. We're just having a chat and then all kinds of inspiring things come from that interaction. And I'm hoping that this will be a time where so many people will get inspired to do great things. So first, only the sick need a physician. If it ain't broke, there's no need to fix it. These sessions are for the questioning, the naive, the confused, the helpless, or the hopeless. And I'm hoping that this group of people will find answers, they'll find information, they'll find new light, they'll find help, they'll find hope. And it's also for those looking forward to starting or sustaining meaningful relationships. And it's for those who realize something is not right and are looking to find the missing link in their relationships. And it's open to ages 18 and above for obvious reasons, because we're going to be having really deep talks. And for anyone looking for insights, happy to learn. It's for those who are single, married, widowed, in a situationship, which is a fancy word for those that might have had complex or complicated relationships. About me, faith-based, faith-filled. I'm a follower of Jesus. I just need to expatiate on that because Christianity has many forms these days. I'm also a doctor. I've been for over a decade. I'm a writer. I'm waiting for my book to be out before the end of the year. I'm a traveler, photographer, foodie. I'm passionate about life, love, and relationships, as you can see. I am evolving. living my dreams, filled with a lot of gratitude, and I call myself the praising child. Okay, this beautiful photo is from where I live. It's called Grimsby. It's a fishing town. Used to be a world port back in the day. And there it is, Great Grimsby. And that's me taking a selfie like I like to do. I think self-reflection is very important, and we'll be talking about that in the sessions going forward. That is a feast, kind of what I described was under the sheet earlier. And there I am seated beside two of my very favorite people. Today is their 40th wedding anniversary, and they are my parents. I'm happy to have them on the forum as well. Congratulations, Mom and Dad. Thank you for all your support. And so you're welcome again. It's a pleasure to have you at today's session, which is the maiden edition. I'm hopeful it will be mutually rewarding. Many light bulb moments will occur as we interact. Participation is highly encouraged in a safe space where openness and respect are key. And we're going to be asking lots of questions, because the one who never asks either knows everything or knows nothing. And that's what Malcolm Forbes said. And a prudent question is 1/2 wisdom. And that's according to Francis Boone. So questions are so important. It cannot be overemphasized, the kind of wisdom that we can get from questions. Okay. Just a moment. So going to the next slide, just hung a little bit. What does it mean to be broke? I kind of slotted that in because we're heading somewhere. So meaning being broke can mean being poor. And I've put that there because being poor can sometimes be a choice, apart from being a situation. And many times it can be the starting point, but has no need to be the ending point based on what happens in between. Being broken, I might need to expatiate on that, because this forum might be for people who have been broken. Being broken can be part of life, and most people have been broken at some point or the other in their lives by life circumstances, their childhood, choices made, choices refused, or making choices based on faulty information or from a faulty point of view. Okay, and it's not about being broken, but what happens after that. Can one be broken beyond repair? What do you think? I think people can be broken, people can be shattered. People that are shattered might need a miracle, and I do believe in miracles. People that are broken can be mended, and people can be broken and a lot of beauty can come out of it. And then, can the broken be healed? I think I've just answered that question actually. So moving forward, we need to ask some questions. Am I broken? Am I broken and healed? Am I broken and wounded? And I'd like to dwell on this a little bit, because people that are broken and wounded can be quite obvious, because sometimes they're still smarting. And if I give an example of someone who has a broken elbow, if you touch or go anywhere near the finger, they're probably going to jump in pain, even though you've not even moved near the elbow at all. And for some others, they go into seclusion because they've been broken and wounded. And it is a sad place to be, but it does not always have to be like that. And people who are broken need to be acknowledged, because being broken is a state that could happen to anyone, and we need to acknowledge them with compassion and kindness. The other question is, am I willing to be healed? You'll be surprised that not everybody is willing to be healed, because not being healed is a place of comfort for some others, because it has become a place of security. And leaving the place of brokenness means leaving their comfort zone. So unfortunately, there are people that are not willing to be healed, but a lot of people are willing to be healed and are looking forward to being healed. And I'm hoping that a lot of that happens on this platform as well. And the last question is, am I ready to pay the price to be healed? Because healing comes at a price. It could come at the price of your time. It could come at the price of making efforts. It could come at the price of having to hear the hard truth. Hopefully, every truth you would hear on this platform would be put across in a compassionate way, but it could just come at the price of having to switch on your screen or switch on your phone and be part of these sessions. Okay, I cannot emphasize the power of words and the power of gratitude, because it changes everything about how you look about your life. And as we move forward, I'll take this lovely quote from H.L. Hunt, which says, decide what you want, decide what you're willing to exchange for it, establish your priorities and go to work. Okay. And we might not have heard of kintsugi before, but it's how Japanese artisans celebrate their broken pottery and give them new life. And they do that by putting a special gold glue that puts the pieces together. And the pieces don't only come together and become whole again, they also become very beautiful. And this is the essence of these meetings and this session, all about bringing beauty out of the brokenness. If you look at that plate, if you turn it upside down, it does look like a Y. And sometimes we ask why, and sometimes our creator might say, why not? You're beautiful this way. You're more beautiful this way. Okay. And just before we go to this slide, I just want to share the words of some music with you. Just a minute. I'll just share that again. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Get in there. Okay, there we are. And it's by Danny Goki, and it seemed quite appropriate for what we're talking about.
Shattered,
enjoy the lyrics.
Like you've never been before. The life you knew in 1,000 pieces on the floor. And words fall short in times like these, when this world drives you to your knees. You think you're never gonna get back to the you they used to be. Tell your heart to beat again. Close your eyes and breathe it in. Let the shadows fall away. Step into the light of grace. Yesterday's a closing door. You don't live there anymore. Say goodbye to where you've been, and tell your heart to beat again. Beginning, just let that word wash over you. It's alright now. Love's healing hands have pulled you through. So get back up, take step one. Leave the darkness, feel the sun. 'Cause your story's far from over, and your journey's just begun. Tell your heart to beat again. Close your eyes and breathe it in. Let the shadows fall away. Step into the light of grace. Yesterday's a closing door. You don't live there anymore. Say goodbye to where you've been, and tell your heart to beat again. That reminds you who has carried you this far. 'Cause love sees farther than you ever could. In this moment, heaven's working everything for your good. Tell
That's that beautiful song by Danny Goki. And we'll go back right into the slide presentations where we talk a bit about love. So we have different definitions of what we think love is. Some think love is mushy, some don't think it is, some think love doesn't exist. But what is your definition and what frames its meaning for you? Do we have anybody that wants to talk about this? Anybody? Any hands? Anybody want to tell us what love is about? You can unmute yourself and tell us what you think love is about, what your definition of love is. Do we have any takers in the house? No? Yeah? Okay. I can't see any hands. Do we know how to show hands on the screen? Anybody want to say anything? No? Okay, I'll just continue then. Okay. So love is patient, love is kind. That is my definition. Love is loyal, love waits, love stays. My definition is framed by what I believe, and what I believe has stood the test of time more than what I have experienced. And I think we'll be sharing a bit more as the sessions go on. Okay. One minute. And I have a hanging screen, sorry. I would like to share in that laughter. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, I'll just go right back to share the screen again. Looks like it just hung on me. You won't believe there's a new laptop, I'm telling you. Okay. Back. So I love the definition of this young man called Billy, 4 years old. He said, when someone loves you, the way they call your name is different. You just know your name is safe in their mouth. And when we love people, we feel that we're safe with them. Our thoughts and what we do is safe in their possession. Our secrets are safe with them. And I'm hoping that we all find this platform a safe place to be. So we're talking about types of love: eros, phileo, agape. You might be familiar with this. Eros, intimate love, usually between a man and a woman. Phileo, family, love, brother, sister, father, mother. Agape love, unconditional love. Not very common. And why do I love you? I love you. I love you because you're here. I love you because you're you. I love you because you're special, you're unique, you're designed differently. Those are things to think about. Sometimes love does have a motive. But when you love people, you want to show them that you love them. And how do you show them? It's not just how you want to show them, it's also how they want to be shown that kind of love. And sometimes people show love in ways that are not sometimes people show love in ways that are different from showing of affection, and we need to be wary of those kind of loves. Any love that harms you will not be any true form of true love. Okay. Um, And so we'll talk briefly about the love languages, and these two topics, brokenness and healing, and the love languages, are not part of the sessions. The sessions are actually starting after this time. We'll hear more about that later. But these topics kind of form the background for the kind of things we're going to be discussing. And there are 5 love languages according to Gary Chapman, who wrote the 5 love languages, which is a book, beautiful book. So it's talked about acts of service, meaningful touch, presence, words of affirmation, giving of gifts. And if I just want to paint a scenario for you, I'll use an example from the hospital where I have worked for a long time. So if you're in a hospital and there are 2 young doctors working on different wards, a male and a female, maybe classmates in school, but then he picks up the phone and says, do you have this particular memo? And she says no. And he says, oh, I've been asking for this memo all day. I don't know who has it. And it's a very busy day. And he just goes on and talks about how bad the day's been. And she says, really? Oh my God, you're having a hard day. And I'll come over and see you. So she gets into the ward, finds him busy with his jobs, gives him a pat on the back and says, I know you're working so hard. In fact, I keep thinking that if I wanted a doctor, I want you to be my doctor. And then she says, oh, I'm about to go have lunch. Have you had lunch today? And he says, are you joking? I haven't even had breakfast. And then she says, okay, I'll pick some lunch for you when I come back. And he says, okay, you can take my card because I have an account with them. Thank you so much. And as she's about to leave, he says, oh, no, I don't know where I put my pen. I don't know where that was when I took blood from that lady. And then she puts her hand in her pocket and brings out a pen and says, oh, I got this from the pharmacy meeting. I actually thought of you because I know you keep losing your pens. So I've just painted that picture because in the middle of all that story, we can see the presence in which she's come from where she was to come and see him. She's giving him a pat on the back, which is a meaningful touch. She's decided to buy him some lunch because he couldn't, which is an act of service. She's told him she thinks he's a brilliant doctor, and she's also given him a gift. So these are the ways we can show love. Sometimes these are the ways that mean a lot when people show us love well. So which language do you speak? Many people speak more than one. One is dominant most of the time. I remember cracking a joke with a friend of mine and saying that I am multilingual. I speak all 5. I need to receive all 5. But yes, it's very important to know yours and the language of your loved one. Communication is 2-way. How do you feel when someone speaks your language? Elated. You have the feeling of being at home with that person. You feel that you can almost say anything to that person and that person understands you in a very special way. I speak to one of my friends who has a very deep accent of the Yoruba language, and I speak to her in particular. One of the reasons why, because of how well she speaks the language. And if you speak different languages to each other, it leads to confusion. You might remember what happened at the Tower of Babel, different languages, confusion, and having to go apart. And sometimes having that different language does cause people to go apart if that confusion persists. So in summary, we've talked a bit about what this is about, brokenness and healing, the 5 love languages. I'll say, please check up the book. And there is the 5 love languages singles quiz. There's a 5 love languages couples quiz that you can find online. So to find the link, we would need to participate fully, learn with intention, integrate our learning, and positive growth is going to be the inevitable learning outcome as you start living your dreams. Okay, finally, I would love to see you. Do you have any questions? Do you have any thoughts on what we've talked about? I'd like you to speak about them. Or if you would like to give some feedback, suggestions, or you have burning questions, kindly send an email to Temitope Praisingchild 2@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter, Praisingchild, or on Facebook, Temitope Ayobami. Stay in peace, shine your light, use your power. And thank you so much. And I'd like to appreciate the men behind the scenes. I have 3 mighty men. They have been so helpful, including my technical director and my advisor and my IT consultant. I thank you so much. So the floor is open. Anybody want to say anything? Feel free. Hello? Anybody want to say anything?
Well, just to say well done.
Thank
And
you.
this is your little beginning. It's going to wax stronger, and the world is waiting to hear what you have to say. So this is well done from Ibadan.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my dear friend. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well done, well done, well done. I look forward to the sessions ahead. Thank you for starting the journey. I know it's not always easy to start. God will give you the grace and the strength to finish. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I say big amen to that. Thank you so much, my dear sister Chinedu. Thank you. So I'll let you go early. So that those that have a party to attend can attend it. And those that have anniversaries to attend, and those that are going to be having Zoom parties can try and start and join. And do stay safe and stay connected. And I hope to see you all at the other sessions coming up shortly. Thank you. Okay, I think one of my parents wants to speak. I can hear you.
It's a very lovely presentation, but we're still struggling to settle down. So we missed some of the parts, but at least we had towards the end of the whole program. So we wish you all the best, and we shall be linking up on the weekends that you'll be presenting. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you so much. Congratulations again. Thank you. So this is bye from me. I'm hoping that we're going to have a great time on this journey. And if it's not for you, feel free to invite as many people as you think it would benefit. I think it's going to be a great time.